Teen Titans number 8, written by Scott Lobdell, art by Ig Guara. This is a prelude to the Culling, along with the number 8 issues of Superboy and Legion Lost. It's something. It's something. Last issue, if you go directly before this, was the Teen Titans falling into a hole in nowhere and Harvest capturing them. And I guess this picks up pretty much directly from there. We have Red Robin is being quote-unquote tortured by a woman named Omen, who later on we'll find out is also named Lilith, but we'll get to that. And basically he's just mentally, she's like a telepath or something, and she's able to tap into this person's mind and find out all their secrets. So one thing I just want to point out, just even on this first page, is that they say all the things that Red Robin has done, and one of them is you've stared into the hypnotic eye of Two-Face. I don't think Two-Face is hypnotic. I think he just has two faces, but they keep rolling as if he has mind control, and I'm really already confused on page 1. So anyway, we see Omen got him in like this weird ball of water or something like that, and is able to just reach into his mind and basically, in this realm, in this room of hers that she calls her womb, she is able to warp reality and make them see or believe or maybe actually true of whatever they want. But she is able to delve into their mind and get their secrets. So Wonder Girl and Bunker are trying to bust in to save Red Robin, but it's not working out. And Cassie's getting more and more annoyed at Bunker as he's trying to calm her down. We see that Solstice has been in this room before. She's already been through whatever's coming up, so she's upset over the fact of the things she's done in the past. But Cassie's just like, cool, you've been here, how do we deal with her? And Solstice says you don't. She can like warp reality. It's just, you gotta die to pretty much avoid her. So Omen lets Red Robin out because apparently she's got everything she needs, and then teleports him, sends him, I don't know how you want to call it, to a holding room, which again we'll get to later. So then Omen reaches out into the group for Cassie, drags her in, and we see that Cassie's big secret is that she doesn't have any powers per se, but she has invisible armor that gives her her abilities. As well, her lariat is draining her own life force, and it may one day control her. Okay. So then we get Red Robin. He's being tied down in basically what seems to be like a Saw-style operating room. And Harvest shows up and says, like, you know, Timmy, we're a lot alike, you and me. We both want what's best for these meta-powered teenagers. We just have different ways of going about it. Work with me, and together we will rule the galaxy as father and son. And he's like, no, not going to do that. And they're like, all right, well, you're going to be part of my games. So he puts on some weird armor or something like that as we cut back to Omen, who is now... she's now delving into the mind of Skitter, who she then separates the bug part of Skitter from Selene, to which Selene says, quote, render us together again or life on Earth itself is doomed. So I guess there's some big thing going on with Skitter where the fate of the world depends on her being Skitter. Okay. So anyway, Bunker and Solstice are talking for a second, and Bunker's just starting to really get down in the dumps because, you know, things aren't going so hot, all things considered. And Solstice tries to cheer him up, being like, no, you gotta believe. And he's like, did you double cross us? Because you've been here before. Did you know about this whole time? And Solstice says, like, yeah, look, I had to do some things that I absolutely hated for Harvest, and even when I was free, quote unquote, I was never actually free of him. Please forgive me. And Bunker goes, yeah, sure. So then we get a part in here in New York City that I genuinely have no idea why this is here, where a guy named Lance is talking to Amanda Waller of the Suicide Squad, and they see that big boat that was cut in half like 3 issues ago, and they're both looking at it and being like, hey, Amanda, don't get any ideas about these superpowered kids. And she's like, I was on Team 7. This is the thing that we're going to keep bringing up is Team 7. Remember that, readers. And then we just leave the scene. So we see now Cassie's all tied up along with Skitter inside the room. And she sees Red Robin is out of his restraints and is like, hey, I need you to stay out of my way. I'm not going to free you because I need to go and find out stuff for my own. So, yeah, stay here. And then Cassie gets upset because she's left behind. And then we see Omen trying to deal with Kid Flash. But Kid Flash, once she takes off his, like, costume or whatever that's keeping him bound, she literally can't control the Speed Force energy. I'm assuming it's Speed Force energy. I don't think we ever actually say that it's Speed Force. Regardless, she gets zapped with a lightning bolt, and then Kid Flash manages to grab Solstice and Bunker and starts running out of the room. And then the Vanguard, which are, I guess, the personal guards of Harvest, start shooting at them. They shoot Bunker through the chest and Solstice through the head. And then Kid Flash is like, no, what have I done? But then we see that it was all just a dream. And he wakes up and he's being untied by Cassie in the operating room. And then we see Red Robin is swimming to get to Omen before Bunker can be tortured or whatever. He slashes at the throat of Omen, and then he wakes up. And it turns out literally all of that was a dream. The Bart thing of him even being untied, Cassie seeing her, all that, everything after they leave Omen's room is a dream. And they've always just been tied down to these tables with no hope of escape. So then Harvest is like, good, rest now, my children, my new Ravagers. There's a guy named Leash there, and Leash takes them to wherever he needs to go. And then the book ends on Hail Harvest from Omen. I don't like... Here's the thing. Okay, this is a prelude, but, like, what are we even leading to at this point, you know? Like, what's going on? I don't... Like, I understand this is all setting up to be, like, some sort of big games or something like that, but this is the third prelude we have, and I still don't understand what in the hell this is the prelude to. Like, why did we have to have that? And they keep on saying that Omen does this stuff for Harvest because Harvest wants to pit friends against each other. And, like, I kind of get that here, but at the same time, it's not like anyone's revealing some deep, dark secrets of, like Solstice was the only one who had an actual, like, could damage the team level of secret, and she just shared that to Bunker of her own accord. Like, that wasn't even a thing she had to be tortured for. I don't understand this. Overall, I give it a 4.5, and it's mainly just, like, I don't know if they know what they want to do with this book yet. It's a mess in general, and I'm just... Hopefully, part 1 is next issue. It is the Teen Titans Annual #1. Hopefully, once we get out of the prelude and start getting into the part 1, part 2 kind of structure, it'll be a little bit more easy to follow, but I doubt it, man, because I've just been struggling with this book in general. So 4.5, and dear Lord, help me.